It is actually going to be a 4 versus 4 ladder game on the map known as Primus Alpha Mini. Like I said, I have not seen this map before. It is brand new to me. I'm sure it existed beforehand, but anyway, we have Team 1 blue at the top here, Team 2 red down here at the bottom. And first off, let's have a quick look at the map anyway. There's a bit of water down the bottom, but you can probably mostly ignore. There's some cliffs, although destroyers can probably lob shells over those cliffs. A few mixes to maybe fight over, and the reclaim on the map is 43,000 all over the place. Got some big wrecks down here to grab, and got a ton of reclaim up here, plus some structures you can get your hands on. So yeah, plenty of reclaim to be had. Anyway, introductions of the players. Today we have down here, first player for team number 1 in light blue. It is Banana Smoothie. Looking nice and smooth there in the pale blue going Seraphim. Above him in the deep blue it is Porcupine. I will say his name wrong at least once tonight, and Porcupine is Cybran. Above him in the lavender colour Seraphim, another one, it is a Laissez-faire. I always say Laissez-faire because it looks French. Anyway, Seraphim, lavender as we said. And finally for team number 1 up here at the top, it is Derp. Derp is UEF Cyan, and he is doing what he is doing. Right, intro team number 2, and Bandit Caesar is already all the way up the front with his comm, looking to grab some of this juicy reclaim here. There, a lot of it there is too. Anyway, he is Seraphim, and he's in the red colour and already way on the front. Over here beside him in burgundy, another Seraphim. It is Wizard Sleeve. One off player number 3 for team number 2. It is Erectatron. In the nice orange colour, he's UEF, getting some pigeons out all over the place and an air factory. And finally, team number 2, up here at the top, as Cybran, just awesome. Yellow Cybran, just awesome, we'll see. No Aeon today. Not a single Aeon player is featured in this clash. It is all every other faction. We have a double up of Seraphim on both teams. 2 Seraphim, 1 Cybran and 1 UEF is the team compositions for both sides. So yeah, not too bad. And there we go, Bandit Caesar already grabbing the red cam with his comm, and just look at him go. He's getting so much, and Banana Smoothie's just not even close with his comm. That is a huge amount of reclaim to lose. I don't know whether he's played this map before, or whether he spotted the reclaim by zooming out and doing this and discovering the big old numbers here, but that is already the lion's share of the reclaim to be had out of the spot. And now Banana Smoothie turns up and realizes, much to his dismay, that it is mostly gone. Let's just have a look at the reclaim figures in fact, and there we go. Bandit Caesar over 2,000 reclaim, 4 times as much as the next player. And okay, no, Banana Smoothie did a little bit there, so okay, so only 3 times as much, 3.5. But nonetheless, that is a massive difference in just getting all that right there. Bit of a run by attempt from Banana Smoothie, looking like just wanted to maybe get a harassing scout Selene in there, but that did not pan out. But that is just Bandit Caesar has done his day, and a bomber. There we go, we have a bomber out. It's got a killer ready, probably pounded an engineer over this direction, and it is now going for another engineer. Scout flies over first, engineer's been spotted, bomb gets released, and we are going to need, well, no, an interceptor would be a better idea. Bombers can't shoot down bombers, and as a matter of fact, that's a retaliatory bomber from Smoothie as well, but it is the bomber that is the problem. Kills another pair of engineers, 4 kills in that guy. Need to pop out an interceptor. There's one, so Laissez-faire gets an interceptor out onto the bomber. Is going to get the kill before it gets anything else, but still. Alright, we've got going around up here. This is Derp. He's come up this way. He looks like he wants to grab the reclaim, and sure, why not? Probably faster to reclaim these and shoot them down actually, but he is doing as he's doing and having a bit of fun while he's at it. Okay. Small harassment up there though from Just Awesome, taking out an engineer and the mass extractor for Derp, so he's going to need to do something to try and sort that. Down this direction there is a revenge bomber, but it's going to get picked up by both anti-air on the ground and some inties. Doesn't get another bomb off, but does land on a misses max extractor altogether, so that did negligible amounts of damage. I think I had 1 kill. That's not going to help much in these side of things. Okay, Derp still doing the reclaim. He is just slurping all these up with his comm. I don't know why he's shooting them instead of doing the reclaim thing. If you reclaim it, I think you might get more out of it. The other one died, exploded. He's got 59 health in it. What's he doing? It looks like a manual attack order on each one. There we go, reclaim. That's what you do. Reclaim for a bit more mass than it does when it explodes, just a little bit. Okay, down this direction it is Smoothie. He is being pressured in by Caesar and some units. Probably getting cut off a little bit, so he can't really quite walk this direction just yet. Opts to go towards the water instead. He's got some engineers heading towards the islands as well, so he wants to grab those mixes for himself. So Bandit Caesar is chasing him away. Units there from both sides having a bit of a clash. In the middle we see there was a small run attempt by Derp on Just Awesome, but those units don't come to much unfortunately. They run into a larger force and get taken out. T2 on the way for Just Awesome as well. He wants to try and turtle up over there. Derp in the meantime throwing a factory up at the front with his commander. Maybe wanting to get some up and close personal reinforcements. Down here though, this is a number of units coming up from Mr. Bandit Caesar, trying to throw down a T1 PD, which is almost done and will be an absolute godsend if it finishes. It is so close to being done. Going to finish up maybe just in time to eat some Zooey fire. Indeed, Zooey's are spamming it up already, but shots are going out, going to take a number of these guys out. 3 kills already, that's handy. Unfortunately, it's playing a rousing round to shoot the ground. Goes fuck the ground. Additional push coming over from Wizards, maybe a little bit late to join in on that fun, and of course now with the point defense being active, it is going to help deter these forces from doing much else. There we go, get in range of that and die. You see a T1 RD, and you can lobby shells over it. Gun upgrade on the way for Erectatron. Derp has started gun as well in his commander, wanting to get that going, so looks like we've got some gun action going to happen, except for Just Awesome, who's sticking to the T2, and that is a Cerberus turret straight away to try and get some kind of area control. Okay, early days. Early days. Gun upgrade going down for Porcupine as well. Energy's assisting while it's paused. I guess they use less energy to do so. Probably can upgrade at the same speed with just himself and no EG assist. But that's his choice. Okay, Engineer's trying to pop up another point defense, which is going to be needed because this one is about to die. The Zooies have done as Zooies do, and they have killed off the T1 PD. That's just not nice. Alright, T1 bomber floating overhead, and it wants to go for the Zooies, but it's going to get picked off by a wing of Inties coming over from Wizard, so really, Banana's getting kind of 2-teamed at the moment. Maybe even 3? No, Rectatron hasn't really jumped over this direction yet. He is in the area, but he hasn't really moved. Okay, up here that point defense is down for Just Awesome. It is ready to go and start doing some damage. Derp is sending some units out, wanting to maybe distract and try and help out his teammate, because Banana is just under the cosh at the moment, getting raided by 2 people who needs that assistance to come over from Porcupine, which is maybe a little delayed. Yes, not going to be able to catch up with these guys. They are well ahead and they can just start doing some damage. But this is Porcupine with his comm, and he can start blapping things away as he sees fit with the gun commander. Up this direction it is Derp. Well, we can possibly ignore that for now. It's just the one Cerberus turret actually. And some units coming on over, they're going to help out. The commander can move on up and do some damage. Over this direction is Porcupine still having to go in the middle. Wizard Sleep also has a gun gom, so it's gun on gun. And these guys are going to strangely... Sorry. It seemed like Porcupine was shooting a lot slower than Wizard Sleep was, and indeed he moves a little bit out of range. Gun upgrade almost done for Banana Smoothie. He's going to want it. Obviously gun upgrade for Caesar as he comes up to take care of those mass extractors. And still some units out the back of Banana's base. He cannot be happy about those. Cannot be happy about those at all. Over this direction though, this is an overrun, and this is Just Awesome. He has been ousted by Derp. His T2 point defense are down, and now Derp has got some units through coming in towards the base. They've got a chance to do some real damage down this way. If he had some T1 RC in there, it could do a whole lot more. alas, it's just tanks. I say just tanks, they can still do a wee bit for them. And there we go, Derp has taken out the point defense, and this leaves Just Awesome in not a great place. Derp has a rank of veterancy, he's going to have regen, and he's got units moving up, but there's also a ton of units here from Erectron that Derp needs to be careful of. That could be the deciding factor on whether he lives or dies down this direction. It is Erectron having problems of his own. He does have a commander with nano, so not too bad off. Does have 9,000 health, so it's not really awful at all. Laissez-faire is got no health, no ranks of veterancy though, but still got a gun com. And there we go, Banana Smoothie has come back up out of the water with his gun com. He can start doing some damage down there, taking some things down. In this direction we can see Derp has got 10,000 health, being pushed back by all these units. He cannot stay and face those with Just Awesome though. Just Awesome is very hurt. And what is going on here, we see engineers popping down the T1 point defense, struggling to get that up with the walls. If you can get one wall in front, that will very much help. Derp could overcharge here and kill a whole bunch at once if he had overcharge. He does. There's not a lot left of it. T1 PD is getting hit by T1 RC. I saw those shells land, but it has done a good assist with helping clean those out. And now Derp can continue to push down this way with his commander and once again put pressure on Just Awesome. Over this side though, we see some units running through from Lizard Sleeve. They're going to do some damage behind the lines to Laissez-faire's engines up the front here, and Laissez-faire is moving back with his comm. Maybe doesn't need to, maybe wants to think about grabbing this mass. There's a whole lot of it. And over this direction, how are we looking? Well, Just Awesome is really sticking to try and do that. I feel like Derp could maybe push that. He's only got 3,000 health left. Oh, absolutely push that. No units around to help out, and if he can get in range with his comm, no, he stops. I think that's a miss for Derp. He could have kept pushing that and got his commander in range and started doing some extra damage to Just Awesome, but he has fallen. Let him get away. Over here we can see stealth upgrade on the way for you, Porcupine, just to get some extra health out of that, and also high from radar is very handy. We've got some T2 units on the ground. I'm seeing some Viper fire coming in there. We see there's a banger up there. Awesome flak power as well. This direction is still Banana, facing two players at the moment. We have all these units from Bandit Caesar. Where is his comm? Down here in the water. I don't think... Oh, 3,000 health. That's going to be hard to get out of. He's been pressured back underwater and being chased by Bandit Caesar, so he's going to have a hard time trying to do something with that. Over this direction, Laissez-faire is taking on some units. He should be absolutely fine, and yeah, there we go. Just Awesome has managed to escape. He was not pressured enough by Derp. Derp could have had him there, I think, if he just kept walking a little bit further forward. Would have taken 15 shots or so, and Just Awesome would have been out of the game. As it is, not the case, and Derp can now just check around with his units, walk around with his commander a bit, and hold that area. Erectron has come over to assist, but needs to be... Well, maybe not so. He's got the assistance of Derp back here. He's popped down a couple of T2 PD. Well, sorry, one radar and a T2 PD, so that would be fine. But everything is happening down here, though. This is 2 versus 1. Again, Wizard Sleeve joining in Bandit Caesar to put a massive amount of pressure on Banana Smoothie, who does have a T2 PD, but might get a little bit of fuck the ground with that. Yes, indeed. Shooting the ground quite a lot, despite it looking like it's clear. That straight line fire is just eating into the ground. You can see all the ground fire here that's happening, and now with units in the base, this is not great. You need some T1 PD down to try and help sort that out, but this T2 PD is going to go down. Zooey fire lobbing on overhead, missing its shots due to the sideways tracking. One day somebody's going to fix that. Look at that. Hurts you to see it, and this is Smoothie overrun though. His position is absolutely done for, but at the same time this position here is done for. This is Laissez-faire and Porcupine taking advantage of that, and they are hammering down on the front section of Erectron. His mid base is gone. Needs to be a little bit careful. Up on the top there, there's where Erectron is. He's been backed up by the T2 PD from Just Awesome, and Derp is having a little bit of a struggle trying to repel both of these guys at the same time. To pull back with his units a little bit. Okay, down here though, look at the remains of Banana's base. Oh, that's... He has been overrun, got double teamed hard, and tried to get his commander out of the water again to do some things, but Caesar patrolling along the edge is keeping keeping him in check, and honestly, I almost think it'd be worth popping out to just take him down in mutual. But then again, it is later and full share is on. They will send the units off to each other teammates. But in the middle here, how are we looking? Well, Porcupine down to 3,000 actually. He's not looking particularly happy. Wizard Sleeve not so bad healthy either. He's trying to run away. And Porcupine's still moving back. He needs to try and get away from this skirmish. Laissez-faire is around as well to help out. New Porcupine could do with a rank of veterancy. That would help him out a huge deal. But maybe he won't get it. Not enough units. Banana Smoothie has no base. There's a single tier 1 PD here trying to be a hero and do as much as possible, but it's going to get overrun by units very shortly, particularly the Zoes. That's going to just wash it out with the total of this tier 1 Hardy. It does what it does. Banana Smoothie, nothing left. Control K's. I think maybe he could have kept fighting Bandit Caesar. If he'd done a bit more damage, maybe it could have been a mutual. Maybe. But his base is gone. And now there's all sorts of pressure on team number 1. 2 people pushing up the top. No. It's just awesome now on the top section, but he has a giant bank of T2 PD 1, 2, 3, 4 Cerberus turrets. That will kind of discourage anything getting to get a bit close, but yeah. He needs something long range to take care of those. Maybe some Vipers could be spun out. I think I saw T2. I did maybe throw out a few Vipers. Vipers. Mobile missile launchers. Flapjacks for the UEF. They could pop on out and start raining some missiles down on there to help crack that location. Right. And the units have pulled back from Sleeve and Bandits, probably in the face of the T2 Ilshivers coming down from Laissez-faire. Wanted to just solidify the spot and definitely don't want to give this reclaim over to the other team. But wants to throw down a land factory, get more engineers out to spam and to get the reclaim going on. Right. And this direction now is a problem. Sending in the units one by one, actually sending in engineers. That is never a good idea. We see Derp has got himself the nano upgrade on his commander. He has got some triads back here, so there we go. He did bring us some T2 engineers. In fact, he brought us some Sparkies. And they have a grand old time though. Was that? Okay, I think those Cerberus are missing. I don't think they've got more range. I'm pretty sure they don't. Confident they were just firing at other things and missing. Yeah, there we go. Shooting and missing. That is grand. Okay. Yep, trying to hold something up there. The triads will help, but I think mobile missile launchers would help even better. Just to distract there. Down this direction we see it is a Cerberus turret trying to be valiantly defensive, but Rectitron is pushing on up with his commander and a whole ton of units. And up this direction, Laissez-faire is trying to get an upgrade. He's only about third done. We've got no engineers assisting because they just died, and this is a swarm of units coming through. The question is, can he tank it long enough to complete the upgrade, or is he going to run out of time and have to cancel, which would cause him to lose a lot of resources? Cancels early, decides that he needs to get moving, and Porcupine in a lot of trouble now as well. He's under 2,000, 1,500, 1,300 health. Still going on down, and a Rectitron senses the advantage and he's going to get it too. That is Porcupine out of the game, and a whole lot of units just died from that, which leaves a Rectitron in. Well, he's fine. He's still got 10,000 health. He's still got units helping out. He's got T2 down there. Laissez-faire is pushing him down. Similar health now. Laissez-faire could maybe get an advantage here, although there's lots more units coming in from everybody, and he is going to be under pressure from everything that is pushing his way. Rectitron trying to do some more damage on Laissez-faire, but he will be able to fall back, and Ilshivers now will be issuing a Rectitron array. Up the top it is the bank of Cerberus point defense, and I think Derp needs to set up a new rally point. This is not a good rally point. You're sending units to their doom for no reason. Just walking them into Cerberus turret fire. Why would you do that? Okay, down this direction we see there's been another push attempt from Bandit. They also run into a banker T2PD. This one Cerberus turrets got some zero from point defense, and they probably turn around and go, okay, maybe not. Alright. Let's see what else we're dealing with. So here, these are units just being thrown away. Fix your rally point. Don't leave your rally point in range of enemy point events. Easy answer. And start popping out some flapjacks. Right, over this direction. Derp actually came down this direction. He wanted to help out and kill off some units, just maybe be a bit of a distraction, buy some time for less affair with this comm. But he needs to be careful because in the region is a Rectatron, and a Rectatron is quite sturdy. 3 ranks of veterancy on him, 2 ranks on Derp. Derp thinks he can take him, but his health is actually not that different. Although he can maybe get a Rectatron separated from units, but having said that, there's a large swarm of units coming in now, and Derp maybe wants to think about not being there, especially as a Rectatron has yet another rank of veterancy. He now has a ton of health and regen. They've both got nano and gun. And the Rectatron with the extra rank and veterancy is absolutely going to help him out. Look at that, 12,000, getting quite hammered, but so is Derp. He's dropping health faster, and this is not looking great for Derp. He is... well, actually, he's got some support coming, and the Rectatron's run out of units. Derp says, I need to pay more attention to where units are. Yeah, you do. And in fact, some of those units were the ones you're sending over here to die. Points needlessly. And Derp is down into the red, 4,000 health left. Rectatron still at 10,000 because Derp's been busy shooting at units as he needs to get out of the guess rank of veterancy. Nope, that was just a regen back into the yellow. Not far off a rank of veterancy, some overcharges would be quite nice. But it's a massive skirmish happening in the middle between these guys. All these units are having a romp at each other. But Rectatron still wandering around with his commander. 12,000 health, he's quite healthy, quite happy. Yes, he is. Derp, 5,000 health, doesn't want to get caught out here. Although, having said that, Rectatron now getting the lack of units and is getting pressured by some T2 as well. We've got Ilshvers, we've got Rhinos. There were some pillars in the mix as well, but units intercepting from Wizard Sleeve are going to get between them, and that is going to keep Rectatron alive. Derp needs to not water around too much. A rank of veterancy would help, get him some more health, and there we go. Rank of veterancy dink any moment now. There we go, and that helps him out, but maybe not quite enough. Okay, there we go. Mobile missile launchers. Those really annoying things. Lobbing the shells over. There is some TMD around, maybe not enough though. Well, no, seems to be just enough to slow those down, so managing it for the moment, but can't manage the T2 either with TMD. That's going to be annoying, firing at extreme ranges. Okay, Nano Repair is on the way for Lassefair. He's paused it, so he's working on something else right at the moment. Question is what? Power. He's power. Okay, fair enough. Let's see, he has T3 land over here though. This is Cyber and T3 HQ, and you can start thinking about rolling off bricks. There we go. The bricks are coming, and that's actually going to be very useful to get some of those in the mood and on the move, because we have a look at the other team. Do we have any T3 whatsoever? No, we don't. Yes, we do. Sorry, I take that back. T3 land for a Rectatron, so he'll be able to pop out Percival's if he so desires. T2 air there, T2 land there, more T2 over this direction. So there is T3 for Rectatron, and there's T3 for Lassefair with bricks coming off the production line. Right, more pushing going on in the middle, but this is just going to be fodder for the commander. Rectatron has got 4 ranks of veterancy and trying to push Ilshvers into that while there are units behind them as well. Not going to work so well, and they need to pull back before they just get turned into, well, wrecks basically. Up in this direction, mobile missile launchers. Oh look, guess what worked? Especially cyber runs. We all hate cyber and mobile missile launchers. That missile splitting is so annoying, but what can you do? Not a heck of a lot. Down this way though, this is Derp walking into an ill-advised position. There's a shield sitting around Wizard Sleeve. He's popping down T2ID, and Derp is trying to thin out some units. He's got his commander there, wanders up, gets some overcharges in, but what else can he do but try to thin out some of these units? More and more T2ID being spammed up here. My word, that's just going to be brutal. And what can they do? Lassefair comes up with the commander. If he can push down this direction, would be really, really handy. Want to try and knock down those shields, knock down those T2ID. It's all a pain in the buttocks. Massive walls here, mostly T1 with a few T2 loitering on. You can see a couple of Ilshvers wandering around. Should be okay to take care of. He's got quite a healthy commander. He's got Nano, he's got T2, he's got Gun, he's got 4 ranks of veterancy. It's going to be quite tough to take down. Not impossible, but kind of tough. And now Derp wants to join in on that battle. There's 2 tanky comms who have a go at everything. Up this direction, basically cleaned out thanks to a pair of mobile missile launchers. That's it. 2 mobile missile launchers have cleaned up all of that. Let's see it. Over this direction, Victortron is taking out units one by one, and he's got C2ID as well somewhere, or is that an attack missile? That's a attack missile, going for mixes. So, no dice here, there it is, trying to get some kills. And then we see Laissez-Faire is pushing up once again, wanting to make some kind of dent in this army. Maybe he can take out the shield. Maybe he can put some pressure on Wizard Sleeve himself. They need to find something here just to swing the tide of the battle and make life a little bit easier. But now, Laissez-Faire is getting absolutely primary by all these forces, and his health doesn't last long in the face of all that spam. Might be a chunky commander, but heck, his output is a lot slower. And all those units are standing still in the face of T1 Mobilite. It's never a great idea. Shield's about half dead, and Laissez-Faire is trying to do something. Needs some support from Derp to come over, and if they can take the shield down, it's going to be grand. Extra damage onto that. T2 ID lobbing on over though, and connecting with Derp. Ooh, bang, right on the head. And now is this the counter push coming out? Units are pushing away, although they're trying to be cagey, and maybe just doing a bit of a swing. Massed unit push coming up behind Laissez-Faire as well, and Derp is got problems. On the top side, this is Victortron finding a gap, abused the gap. Titans and T2 got some pillars joining them, moving on through. That is going to basically wreck the base up in this direction, and not much they can do there. Up this direction, engineers were not building anything anymore. They did build one point of fence, but not going to do much in the face of all that, and those guys coming on in. And the question is, what now? Team number 1. Laissez-Faire has a monkey on the way. We can get some build power into that, that'll be very handy, and that can be a good push on this direction. Do some extra damage on that. Up here it is the Titan Swarm and the... what's going on here? We see Rhinos, we see Rocket Bots. There's a T1 PD trying to do its thing, but all of this is having a grand old time. Cleaning up the T1 energy storage. Titans round behind as well. And I think this is going to be the end of Derp space. He is just absolutely swamped by units. Laissez-Faire is trying to help with some defending items, but just too much there for them to handle. Hang on down this way. Not much more T2 artillery. T2 arty everywhere. And that's just going to be a huge area denial. Can't really compete with that at this particular point in time. Monkey is going up pretty quickly though. That is going to be one key item there. This brick. Worth its weight, but it's going to die very shortly. It's running at health, good number of kills, but just far too much to try and slow down. There's a shame it was a 1 rank. We will see. Okay, Derp tunes up this commander, going to help balance the tide out there. No overcharge though, because this is his base basically. He has nothing left, he's just a walking gun that slowly kills things off and can tank a bunch of damage. Alright, Laissez-Faire has pulled on back with his commander, and the monkey is still going up, still pretty quickly. But it's going to be all eggs in that basket kind of thing. They need to do something drastic, and that is basically the answer. Throw down a monkey, and maybe they can get something done, do enough damage with it, and they'll be able to turn the tide of that battle. Some air would do well over here. Even just a bunch of T1 bombers to drop their payload onto these mobile missile launchers, just to shoot them away. Air hasn't really featured much at all in this game, to be honest. There's a handful of inties here for a Victortron, but other than that, not really much in the air game. It's been very much a ground game, and nothing says ground more than experimentals, which that monkey is very close to being done. My question is, where is he going to send it? Is he going to send support with it? Titans charging on up through the gaps yet again. There's some air, there's some T1 bombers. Trying to take out Derp, but Derp says, give me a factory. Build your own. Well, he's trying to. But I don't know if he's got the resources to do it. He does. Just going to take a little bit of time. Alright, and over this way, you see Laissez-Faire's side of this Titan push is done. They will go no further. His commander wanders up with some overcharge, the monkey wanders on out, and those Titans are very much going to be turned into scrap. Nothing left of those guys. Monkey gets a few kills to his name, and now they know the monkey's there. And what is the next move? Do we have anything on the ground that could slow it? Well, you could switch up to like T3, yeah, that would help. Was there T3 more Titans? Not switching to Percivals? No, well, there's Percivals. Okay. So Percivals are queued at some points, and that will be very handy for taking down a monkey. A monkey which is hoovering up all this low-tech stuff. Let's have a look at that laser beam just cut a swath through it all. Sure, it's taken some damage, but my word, that is a lot of punishment it's dishing out. If there's one critique I have of the monkey, is that it has a very, very slow turret traversal. It actually turns while walking faster than the turret can turn. I always wondered about that. I thought maybe that was a mistake. But is what it is, and now monkey plus units are pushing on out, and they can start making a big dent in something down here. It is Wizard Sleep deciding he doesn't like the look of that and is trying to run away. But he's busy bumping off one of his own units and going nowhere fast. Stuck in a circle. Monkey is moving. T units are moving. I hear bricks in the mix somewhere. There we go. There's a brick in there. A bouncer over there to help some anti-air. But it's mostly just the monkey doing the damage. And doing the damage it can with that giant freaking laser. Units just dying so quickly. Walking into a lot of point defense though. There is all these T2PD here. There's a bunch of trays over this way. And the monkey decides it doesn't want to push that actually, and is coming around this way. Not an awful idea, I think, although it's good to be careful about which direction it does go. There's a massive Titans over here, a Percival in the mix, there's some point defense over this way, got some Cerberus turrets, got some T1 PD, and it needs to not loiter. Sitting still is the worst thing it could do. Wants to get away from all of that, perhaps walk in this direction, and Derp, Control pays himself out of the game. I don't think he had anything left, just trying to build that. But then Anti realizes didn't really have anything. That monkey now brutalized. Broadswords overhead, T2 point defense over, so Brick chasing it down, and the health just evaporated out like that in Laissez-Faire. Realizing that was the last gambit of monkeydom, joins the Control K Club, and he will explode any second now.